What's up, boys? This is your commish coming at you live with one of the final episodes of Commissioner's Corner. We are in the postseason, fellas. We're in the postseason. This is what we do this for. This is where this is where the money's made. This is the reason why. That's all you gotta know. This is the reason why it's the postseason, baby. Uh, First things first. Got to get our apologies out to the beloved teams that did not make it. And if I sound a little funny, I just got Invisalign. So I got these fucking things. I got these studs in my mouth and shit. Pretty lit. But trying to get that smile right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that four-way battle we talked about the last couple of vids. Phew, it was a nail biter. Asa did say that baked vet Austin match was going to go down to the wire, and it sure did. A lot of people puckering their buttholes. It was wild, very very wild shit. Um, Apologies to Al. He was in there. He was in that hunt. Didn't get the win. Kind of, he lost it at the end. But boy, he fought to be there. So that was valiant effort by Al. More than the feeling, ups and downs. Squad hung in there. You ended some seasons. You ended some seasons, and I mean, if you're already out, what more do you want? You did you did what you could towards the end right there, and you definitely ended some seasons. So, shouts out to you. Middleburg football team, ups, downs. Beginning of the season he was the tops, then just kind of fell off and continued to do so. Hell of a first season, brother. Hell of a first season. Riggy Riggs. I mean, Middleburg football team actually back to you. Fucking injuries too. He doesn't really get talked about as much as other guys who got injuries, but he got shit swamped for sure. He got screwed over on the injuries. Riggy Riggs, injury bug sucks. Battled though, battled hard. Calendar battled, was in there. Definitely the worst squad by 100 points for to anybody. Yeah, it was a tough year for Calendar, and he's paying the price. He's hopes are high for him. Spirits are great. He's gonna rock the Calendar. And hey, brother, better next year. There's no way it happens twice in a row. Knock on desk, knock on desk. But yeah, no shot, no shot. So anyway, sorry for you boys. Hopefully you guys keep watching because it's about to get crazy. I'm sure the group chat's still not gonna stop popping off until we've got a crown victor. But anyway, let's just get right into playoffs. So I got my two predictions here of this week. I haven't really looked into the second week since this is a 2 week matchup, but just because injuries could happen, so much could happen. But we could dabble into it. We dabble into it. This is gonna be a quick vid. Just wanted to pop in here. You know what I mean? All right, so go to scoreboard. First things first, we'll get touchdowns and coys. Actually, I forgot the predictions. The counts are in, boys. The counts are in. It was terrible. It was a bloodbath for your host and the guest. The guest did a little better than I. Guest went 2 for 5. I went 1 for 5, only betting on myself for my only win. Very tough showing for me, which really, really, really narrowed the season tally total. I did end up pulling the victory, baby. With 39 out of 60, I got a 65% correct prediction. Guest was 29 out of 45 with a 64%. So the gap was really closed. It wasn't not a good showing at the end there. But we live on. These predictions, they're not going to count towards nothing. They're just for entertainment purposes. Oh, don't even worry, though. I got the hose hat with the sticker. With the sticker still on, because this shit, we going to be famous. Host has going to be famous, and I'm going to have this as a collectible one day. They're a prestigious tournament that my friends and I frequent. But anyway, let's get right into the damn matchups here. All right. Touchdowns, coys. Everybody's saying it's going to be a bloodbath. Everybody, including myself, I think touchdowns is going to steamroll these playoffs, barring a healthy squad. I don't want to, stack the chips on Michael Michael's team getting decimated for anybody to have a chance. I think that sucks, but it also speaks volumes on the situation. So let's just get right to it. So QBs, I broke this kind of down by position here a little bit because, projections don't always tell the truth. And, these are just my takes, and I got to spice it up a little bit. So QBs, granted, I'm not really, I'm not breaking any barriers here. A lot of my stuff's relatively straightforward. Maybe a couple things you'll be like, well, what am I supposed to do? But other than that, it's what it is, boys. So QBs, right off rip. Um, Coys, Russell Wilson. I think he's going to just continue to get you 10 to 20, and there's not much more you can ask for. Maybe you get a nice 25-point game out of him one time, but he's going to get you that 10 to 20. He's been playing pretty decent, a little above average for the QB rankings, and yeah, no, I think that's exactly what you're going to get. Tua scares me right now. He hasn't really looked great since the Tyreek Hill situation when Tyreek Hill got banged up. Now you're doing that against the Jets. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not saying you're gonna dud it, but I'm just saying the probability of a dud is high. But what other options do you got? You know what I mean? Um, and then we go over to touchdowns here. You got Dak Prescott, who's looking like an MVP, and you got Lamar Jackson, who's like an MVP. Doesn't matter who either of those players verse. They're going to give you 20 plus. That's that. So edge, touch of downs. So then we got running backs. We got Christian McCaffrey looking like an MVP, looking nice. Then you got A-Chain. A-Chain absolutely can give you that 30-point game, like holy shit, won you the game type performance. But he could also give you, he took 2 snaps, pulled a hammy, and sidelined for the rest of the game, granting you a total of maybe 2 points, 1.3, whatever. He's done it actually multiple times. If I click A-Chain, let's see here. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 games over 20. He's got 1, 2 games with less than 2 points, and then he's got a 12-pointer. So it really is a gamble. You got to start him, though, right? I mean, you're in the playoffs because of that guy. Let him finish what he started, maybe. So you got to start him. That's I got to speak my piece on him. I'm just saying he's a risky play. Let's stop acting like the guy's a lock. Then you go to touchdowns. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, who's he's on fire. He's cooking dudes straight up. Let's see what he's been about. So aside from the last stinker, he bounced back with a nice 17-point performance. But I mean, there was a stretch there that guy couldn't do any wrong. I think he's gonna have a crazy game against Denver because Denver's run defense is atrocious. So I think this is going to be a very good Detroit running back. I mean, maybe David Montgomery gets all touches. I don't know. But Gibbs has been, he's been right there. He's been looking like the guy. So, and then you got Austin Eckler, who has looked like ass cheeks if you watch the Chargers play. He looks slow. He looks not good for some reason. But Justin Herbert's out, so that's volume, volume, volume. Josh Kelly is probably going to get more snaps too because of it, just because Austin Eckler hasn't really been toting quite great. The volume's going to get you points, serious points. So yeah, great running backs there, but I will give the edge to Coys on this one. You got CMC, who's looking like an MVP. I mean, CMC is balling out, stayed healthy the whole year. Everybody knows if CMC is playing, he's going to kill it for you, barring an injury. But the injuries, aside from this year, have been so frequent that it's always a scary play, drafting CMC. This year, man, worked out like a charm. And then you got Rachaad White, who is just, what do I got written here? Rachaad White is just a consistent 13 to 22 points. I think he's only scored out of that 13 to 22 range like once, and it was like week 1. Rachaad White is just a consistent key plug, and you got to have those guys, for your consistency factor. Plug in some electric dudes here and there that boomer bust fellas, but have your consistent guys too. So that's really smart for Michael to continue to stick with that. Obviously, I mean, his consistency, he hasn't scored more than 22, I don't believe, but he's, running back 4. Let's see. I don't want to say if I'm wrong on that. No, he had 127-point game. Okay. So that last stat I read to you was very incorrect. I should have said in the last 8 weeks He's only scored outside that once, and forgive me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8. So yeah, 8 weeks. He's only scored outside that once, and it was over. So I mean, the dude's balling. Just because of that, I might change that and give Edge touch of downs. I really might have to. Edge touch of downs. I said it. Moving on to the wide receivers. Mike Evans won't have another stinker. Straight up, that was blasphemous. Not saying he's going to bring the house down, but it's not going to happen. And Cortland Sutton, if he's performing well, that means Russell Wilson's performing well, and usually vice versa. If Russell Wilson's performing well, Cortland Sutton's performing well. So I don't hate it. Cortland Sutton, he's not looking bad. I'm not saying he's great. He's wide receiver 21, but Mike Evans is top 10 right now. So with the stinker, to tell you how good he's been playing, and then you got Tyler Lockett, who's normally I would say ew, why? But the Philly secondary, Philly's a great squad, and obviously it's not a huge deal because they score so much. But Philly's secondary is Swiss cheese. They have a great pass rush. They have an okay run defense, but that secondary is Swiss cheese. Darius Slay is washed. Dude's old. He makes a big play every day, but it's kind of like he gives up a lot too. I mean, he has his great days. I'm trying my best not to be a hater. But, I mean, the proof is in the numbers. You're 32nd ranked secondary in the league. So, I don't hate the Tyler Lockett play. Moving on to touch of downs, though, you got CeeDee Lamb, who's having an MVP caliber season. And then you have Curtis Samuel. Gross. Gross. Wide receiver 43 in the playoffs. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Wide receiver 43. That's Grody Smith. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So I'm gonna give edge on this one. Actually, Coys, even though you have CeeDee Lamb, but that 2 to 43 is just too Grody Smith to look back on. Tight ends. Njoku had a crazy week last week, putting up like 27 points. That's not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen again. Could it happen again? Not 27. Maybe 20. I could see him having a good day. But I would be surprised actually about 20. I would say maybe 15. I mean, the guy averages 10. Let's just say that. I know Joe Flacco's back. He's slinging. Da 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 da. Nah. I just don't see that happening again. But I mean, he's still a great play. He's still a great play. But this is edge. This is easily edge Coys. Travis Kelce. Even on Travis Kelce's slumps, he's averaging crazy points. 14 points still on a slump. That's a great day for some tight ends. So edge Coys. And then you got Falcons D, Vikings D. So I went into the bench even a little bit here. Coys also has Dallas, and touch of downs also has Baltimore. Baltimore and Dallas are the 1 and 2, I believe. So good, the best defenses right there. However, give me edge to Dallas and Minnesota over Atlanta and Baltimore. Dallas, I think the 1 spot is like jumps above the 2 spot, with just how many defensive touchdowns they have. So that's just week 1. Let's get into let me see if I could get into the next week here. How do I get into... Sorry, boys. Having some technical difficulties. Oh, okay, here we go. Click over. So then we got to next week, and honestly, I don't even want to look into next week. I just feel like that's like way too much speculation. Even speculating Tuesday to Sunday is a lot of speculation. So fuck it. I'm giving my prediction is that touch of downs will be winning this playoff. I think Coys will make it kind of close. By kind of, I mean after probably lose by 20 a week. So all said and done, 20 to 50, I would say, is the difference maker. I'm rooting for Coys. I think everybody's rooting for Coys right now. But hey, I mean, it ain't gonna happen. It's the scary truth. Scary truth. Moving, and one thing too, it always feels like, I don't know. It always feels like my mouth's like filmy almost with these things on my teeth. Like I got vampire Halloween teeth on. I don't know. It's weird. Shells in and know, you know what I'm saying? We out here, don't even play with me. Next matchup, furthermore, Snow Bunnies versus yours truly, Captain Kamish. And let me just say, I believe, actually, let me check before I start talking some shit. So if I hit this, yes, it is true. Right now, gentlemen, you are observing history, and I want you to appreciate what you got, because I have the best record in TCC history. I have the most points ever scored in TCC history. The only thing left I need to do is win the title. And I am the Triple Crown, the first ever Triple Crown TCC history winner. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while you're watching it, because this is magical, and I'm going to be commentating my own successes. That's always fun. And yeah, maybe you guys get a couple wins, dude, I guess. But that's not the plan, dude. The plan is I get the glory. I get the glory. Nah, I'm just playing. Honestly, I'm actually even nervous about the Snow Bunnies matchup, because it's like injuries are hitting my squad at the worst possible time. My quarterback, QB6, he was QB6 before last week when he got hurt. Fractured his throwing hand's finger. I forget what finger. Doesn't matter, because he's having surgery and he's out. I'm not going to be able to utilize him. So I had to even drop him because he's done. That sucks, because now I am stuck between my heart telling me, yo, Tommy DeVito, the guy's fucking Italian, dude. The kid's Italian. You want to start the kid. You really want to start the kid. But I don't really love the Saints. D is pretty good, dude. But the magic's there. I mean, Tommy DeVito is playing good even in a fantasy. I mean, the guy ran 73 yards, threw a tutty, got you 5 points in the air, and then you with almost 18 fantasy points against Washington, giving you practically 23 fantasy points, 22.54. So I mean, you have that capability, but then you have almost a little bit more security with Will. I feel like, I'm looking at the numbers. Actually, he had one good week. I think I might have to start Tommy here. I don't know. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, and then I also, not only does the quarterback go down, but then Keenan Allen seems like, hey, I'm out. I'm out Thursday as well. So he's not playing Thursday. That's my wide receiver. Pacheco's banged up. Darren Waller's banged up. A.J. Dillon's banged up. So I'm getting slapped around here a little bit with injuries. So I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. That being said, we stead on, baby. We stead on. We just we put our head down, and we go straight up. Snow Bunnies is a juggernaut in this league. He was this week. He was a juggernaut. Not this week. This year. Top in the points. We could put it up. His QB combo was second to mine, and now mine is shambles. And he's got debatably the best QB combo. Michael, I understand touch of downs, but that's some bullshit. I digress. But that QB combo is sexy. I mean, Josh Allen is probably going to do Josh Allen things. However, it is Dallas. These are those games that Josh Allen might not have a great Josh Allen game. And, I might be ruined. I might have to root. The only thing I want Josh Allen to do is throw Stephon Diggs the ball. Get Diggs the rock, and I'll live with it. Purdy's probably going to straight up Swiss cheese Arizona, unless McCaffrey does it himself and they don't need to throw the ball that up much and they just start running clock and running down the throats. That'd be sweet. I would take that. So, but other than that, I think Purdy is gonna probably get you low 20s this week. My squad, I think Jalen Hurts is gonna cook. You're not gonna have a bad week from Jalen Hurts again. I think he's going to get me 25 plus. No lower than 20. He's going to give me 25 plus, though. And then my second quarterback, I mean, Tommy DeVito or Will Levis, I would be happy with 10 to 15. If they get me higher than 15, pretty ecstatic. But I give edge snow bunnies. Edge snow bunnies. And this is where it gets dicey, though. Running backs. I still have Pacheco as a maybe. I got A.J. Dillon, who's, as of now, still the one-time full starter in Green Bay. I got Tony Pollard and Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams is cooking up right now. Um, let's see what his last few weeks here. Maybe he has not been cooking up. I mean, he scored 18 for me last week, and then 10, 10, 7, 21, 18. So not as cooking as what memory has served me. So if Pacheco is more healthy, I'll probably stick the boy in. Maybe, I don't know. Detroit, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, you got Bijan Robinson against Carolina. Bijan's probably going to dice unless Arthur Pinkman, I think whatever the guy's name is, the head coach of Atlanta, wants to dick the boy around a little bit more. That'd be sweet, like he was doing at the beginning of the season. You could hook a brother up, throw your boy a bone. I'd take it. Uh, and then you got Kyra Williams, who has truly been on a tear as of late. Low week last week, but before that, 20, 38, 21. Baltimore held him to 14. Still had 100 yards on the ground, though. And now he's versing a pretty dog shit Washington defense. So, probably going to tear him up. Like, let's be honest. But then again, this could be a Stafford game that Stafford decides to cook. Everything I'm saying is equally true for my squad. Tony Pollard, there's weeks where Dak Prescott, they're up by 30, and Prescott's like, nah, I'm going to throw it the whole time. This is my time. And that makes me, I already hate the Cowboys. It makes me steaming mad. I don't think you understand the anger I feel when I see that fucking bullshit. But anyway, yeah. Sadly, I gotta give the edge of snow bunnies on the running backs. I really do. I really do. Because not by much. Because it could go hairy for not. I'm pretty confident Kyron Williams is gonna get you 20, but Bijan is just makes me nervous about Bijan. I mean, the dude doesn't consistently put it up. You know that. I don't gotta tell you. But when he snaps, he snaps. You know what I'm saying? 19 last week, 10 the week before, 27. You know what I'm saying? 17, 5, 12, not even 1, 13. So it gets weird with the boy. But I'm giving y'all the edge on that one. Williams has been a big part of the offense of Denver. I do like that. And Pollard is looking nice. I mean, the dude, 16, 17, 22, 18, last 4 weeks. I'd like to see that production continue up. I'd like to see, we're getting to them cold months. We're going to be pounding the rock a little bit. So I'm with that. Next up, we're on to the wide receivers. Call me crazy. This edge is me. Even without Keenan Allen, I give myself edge. Jefferson coming back off, and Justin Jefferson coming back off an injury, then getting carted off the field with a different injury is not looking good for the boy in a dead season. If he comes back, is limited snaps. Devontae Adams has just been, he's been good, not service, but he's been above that. Good, just for the draft. The draft stock where you got him, he has not lived up to that, which is unfortunate. You hate to see what you get probably in the second or third round, I imagine. Second round, yeah. So you wide receiver 18 with your second pick is a tough look. Granted, most teams are still like, I'll take a wide receiver 18. You know what I mean? It's just, you get what I'm saying. So Diggs, though, on my squad. Oh, wait, my fault. Jaden Reed still there, 31. An injured Jaden Reed, not injured but banged up. We'll say banged up. I get it. What else you do? Maybe Deontay Johnson, probably not. I don't with your options. You got, I don't know, but that's what's bringing this category down for you for sure, because Stephon Diggs, man, had a stinker. In the last 4 weeks, he scored 6 points, 3 of them. Stinker, bro. So I don't against his brother's team. I'm actually predicting a relatively big game from Stephon Diggs. Now I know I said Josh Allen hopefully does not have a great game. I just hope it's the Stephon Diggs show. That's all I'm saying. Pittman Jr. I've had to defend this guy like he was my first child this year, and I will continue to do so as he helped carry me into the playoffs because this boy is captain consistency. Check the numbers if you don't believe me. 19.5, 27.5, 20.7, 16.4, 14.4, 18.0, 16.3, 19.9, 10.2. One bad week, 4.5, 16.7, 13.6, 23.7. That is unmatched consistency, averaging me a solid 17 points. I mean, that's great. I love it. He's in the starting role. I mean, I got him over dudes like Garrett Wilson and D-Hop, who D-Hop right now is wide receiver 19. Garrett Wilson is wide receiver 22. I just can't trust those fellas as much as I can consistently trust Pittman to get me potentially 20 every week. It don't matter. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It doesn't matter. And then I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a chance on the kid, Rashee Rice. You look at the numbers. He's come alive for Pat Mahomes. He's the clear favorite down there. He's got, what, 16, he's got 23 catches in 3 weeks. 29 targets in those 3 weeks. 24.7, 14.4, 18.2. In declining order. So, I mean, he's just been. I'm gonna give the boy a shot. He's looking like the target that Pat Mahomes wants and needs, and he's getting a lot of his yards are yards after catch, yak yards. So that's just great. That's always been a great thing to have in Chiefs offenses. You always remember Tyreek Hill taking a short one to the house, blah blah blah. I mean, Travis Kelce gets a lot of yak, for fuck's sake. That's just what the Chiefs do. So I'm taking a shot on the kid against New England. Edge, wide receiver is me. Defense, edge, myself. We have, let's see, Packers. He's got the Packers and he's got the Raiders. Two pretty okay defenses. I'd rather just have the 49ers and take somebody matchup-wise off the waiver wire if I need to. That's just better than the 6th-ranked 49ers. That's just me. I mean, with two each its own, I'll take edge 49ers on that one. And I know I didn't do a kicker on the last prediction matchup, but just looking at these kickers right here, edge, I got to give Jake Elliott. He's the fucking best player in the NFL. We've already established this at Steven's house. That's just the way it goes. So I would guess I would give edge to Snowbuddies. My prediction is this. It's simple as this. So it is destiny. This is my destiny. I'm going to win the first chip. I'm honored to share the fantasy gridiron with you, Lairway. You've had a great season. I just think this is my time. It's my time to break the records and set a tone. I have to set a tone for the league. I gotta set a tone. This is the quality caliber that we accept around here. And so yeah, Captain Commish. Captain Commish wins this. I'm gonna say it's very close. It's gonna be a dog fight. A dog fight. Give me Captain Commish. I know Lairway's not gonna like to hear that, but I'm sure he respects me as a competitor. You gotta go. I'm in the playoffs. I gotta go me. I know my back's against the wall. I know my guys are banged up. I know they said, Coach, we're tired of winning. We can't do you anymore. You got the best record ever in TCC history. You scored the most points ever in TCC history. What more do you want? And I say, more records. More records. And I asked those guys, I asked them all, are you a different beast but the same animal? Yeah, I usually don't know what the fuck that means, but anywho, I figured I would look at I'd look at the consolation bracket here. I didn't do like an in-deep depth whatever on these puppies, but I love the matchups. Just taking quick ganders at them. I love it. You got Al DeGens versus Big Vet. Love the matchup. Then you got Middleburg football team versus More Than a Feeling. Love the matchup, boys. Then you got Calendar versus Ricky Riggs. I love the matchup. This is cult classics down the fucking line, dude. I love it that they're doing, the top twos, the middles, and the bottom twos for the consolation ladder. I just think that's rock and roll. So I'm gonna go quick predictions, baby. Quick predicts. Riggy Riggs Calendar. Give me Calendar. Calendar's going to avenge himself on this week. He's going to say Riggy Riggs should be your hairy ass on this calendar, not my firebush. And he's going to put the fucking slap down on your boy Riggy Riggs. Yeah, give me Calendar on that by a lot. I'm saying 30-point win Calendar. This is going to be an emotionally driven win. There's going to be blood. There's going to be tears, and there will be sweat. I know I got those last two mixed up, but that's how huge this moment is for Calendar. He's going to dominate this matchup. Then we got Middleburg football team versus More Than a Feeling. This is close. This is going to be close. And I think it's going to be a pretty okay, like not like a great scoring game, but not like a bad scoring game. Like I'm saying they're going to both be high to mid 130s. I'm giving Edge More Than a Feeling, though. Give me More Than a Feeling. It's just not Tan's year. I'm confident next year he's going to do great things. It's just not Tan's year this year. Aldi Jen's Big Vet's interesting. I think this is where Big Vet is like, I know, Al, you thought you should have been in the playoffs, but this is the playoffs, baby. I should be in that shit. Look at the record. He said, fuck your points for. Look at the record. I'm going to show you the record. And I think Baked Fez is going to beat Al DeGens. I think he's going to slap Al DeGens down, sadly. Because Al DeGens, man, he's a nice glue, dude. He's a nice glue squad, dude. It's like if you beat Al DeGens, then it's like you're official squad. But if you give him an inch, he's gonna smack you up. Like he's gonna drop a $160 on your head. I don't see that $160 happening this week. Tyreek Hill's banged up. I mean, I know. Oh, he's good. He's good. I saw the photos. I saw the ankle wrap. It didn't look great. It didn't look like there's. Sure, can he play? Yes, but is he gonna be that caliber? I don't know. Just give me Big Vet on this one. It's tough to see. Give me Big Vet, and that's gonna be an episode of Commissioner's Corner. Between the bubbler I decided to partake in before this episode, and these things on my teeth. Yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. I'm just a little stoned. All right, boys. Hey, great episode, great week. Good luck to everybody this week. I'm even gonna say good luck to Snow Bunnies too, just because this is playoffs, baby. No love lost here. I think all the boys are honored to just be in the playoffs, even with the touchdowns situation going on. We all kind of like, yo, that dude's probably just gonna take it. It's an honor to be in the first playoffs, and quite frankly, we're gonna have this league forever, boys. It's gonna be a number, playoff appearances, baby. And us four have one more than the rest of them. When we go to 12, they're gonna be like, oh, these guys got playoff appearances. Holy shit! Look at these awesome records, and oh shit, look at these doo-doo records. That's what they're gonna say. They already told me they're gonna say that. So, anyway, fellas, Commissioner's Corner episode coming at you. Not live, but quite there. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later. But anyway, boys, love you. Good luck.